need of the society or a portion of the society or a sector of the society. Unless your products and services are required, you can't be a successful businessman. You must choose a product or service that has got a ready requirement. There is a need for it. It's a need-based service or need-based product. When your products and services are not acceptable to the society for your unethical reasons which go into either manufacturing or distributing or labeling or marketing, advertising, sooner than later, your organization will be rejected by the society. This we have seen over and over again many times. Today we find number of organizations offering you assistance in setting up businesses. So I do not want to repeat it again here. It is all available on the website. It is available with MSME. It is available with some private organizations also, which you see every day in the papers. How to start an industry, how to set up a business and all that. But what you have to do internally is more important than what you get externally. It's very, very easy to get a loan up to 50 lakhs today in our own Chennai without collateral, with only a little margin if you have got a very viable project. But how you utilize it, how best to make use of that to create an empire out of it, that is what is very important. I request you to go through the history of the large industries today, whatever it may be, and find out how they started, where they are here today, and what problems they faced. That's also very important. So I want to tell, I'm skipping over. Yes. See, the one difference between managers, by large, managers and entrepreneurs are almost the same. Same characteristics and same self-confidence. Somebody talked about self-confidence. I remember a story when a very big man who has who has created an industrial empire as well as educational empire out of nothing, he was approached by a youngster who asked him, "Sir, I want to know how you have succeeded in so many things within a short span of years." It was only about 70 years. The gentleman asked the young man back, "I'm glad that you asked me, but you have got one quality. You are very inquisitive. The 1,000 people are there in this meeting, nobody approached me, whereas you have approached me, and you have got the self-confidence already. So you have got the basic traits to become big." Then he insisted, "Sir, please tell me, what is the secret behind your success?" He said, "Young man, it was my self-confidence. And my self-confidence was based on 100 failures that I faced. Because from every failure, I learned something and I have become successful." So that is about self-confidence. Now, managers can operate, function successfully only if they get all the information on their table or on the laptop. Whereas entrepreneurs, most of the time, we work with incomplete information because you can't afford to wait till you get complete 100% information. So we wait. If you wait, you will lose the opportunities. You will lose business. So, you must know how to manage uncertainty. That's a very essential characteristics which you have to develop. All these things are trainable. Nothing is inborn. It may be more in some people, less in some other people. If you manage uncertainty, naturally, you will be better off in taking risk. What is going to be the market trend? We are supplying to a big product company, a component. What is going to be their next move? How that is going to alter my drawings? how it is going to alter my capital investment. Whether I can take the risk and start working on it today, hoping they are going to give the order to me, or I will postpone it till they come and give me the order. I mean, number of things like that. So once you know how to work with uncertainty, you will also know how to take risks. Of course, accountability is the most important aspect, and ethics is very important for that. I'll skip a few. All these things are available, so I don't want to repeat it. Yeah, if you can get a mentor, not that I am a mentor, I am telling you, for small businesses, there's nothing like getting a mentor for your first couple of years. A mentor is not Godfather. He has no, I mean, Nina John has gone. She has been one of the outstanding mentors with an organization, national organization, along with me. No, 3 mentors, but anyway, here. Okay. So, you must try to get a mentor, even if you are working in an organization, you are trying to leave that organization to set up your own business. Try to get a mentor from your parent organization who can guide you during the initial years. Yes, I will touch upon the common causes for failure. Normally we don't talk about failures that much. Most common failure internationally, about 75% of the project failure is because of lack of a viable project, viable concept. Your business idea should be viable. You must evaluate it over and over again, open-mindedly, and then try to change it, either completely or partially. The second comes low or lack of market knowledge. Before you start your business, you must know your market. Where are you going to set it up? Which sector you are going to address? Whether the same service can be done for more than one sector, and which is more profitable. For the same capital, for the same expenditure, same working capital, what is the best market in which you can offer the same service? So that determines your profitability and gain. Yes, this mistake has been made by many, including myself, in my first entrepreneurial venture. I got a loan for about 25 lakhs from a bank, but the manager sweetly said, we will first give you 10 lakhs. As you progress, we will increase it. We took it and lost those 10 lakhs also. You must have absolute conviction about your project. The project also includes not just concept, but the cost. If you are absolutely convinced about the cost and worked it properly, you should not take even 1 rupee less than what you require. That is adequate. Adequate is exactly what you require for running your business. If you take less, you will end up in loss. Yes, general business know-how. The entrepreneurs, I find at least a few of them are left behind. You are interested in entrepreneurship, you are potential entrepreneurs. You must train yourself with business skills, business know-how. Yes. Another thing is, if you are not listened to any of these things what have been spoken so far about soft skills, that will also cause you a business loss and failure. Ethical principles I told you already, and thank you. Wish you all the best. If some of the points I told has been a little like a warning to you, I'm sorry, it is not so. It is meant only to prepare you to face the challenges that you may encounter during your entrepreneurial journey. Thank you. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, Mr. Sashi. I request Mr. Sashi to please stay back on the dais and request Group Captain Vijay Kumar to kindly present memento. Thank you, sir.